Hello. So yeah. All right. Uh, anyways, so today we made this little game. Um, we went over a couple things, but this cool little thing. It see the little buttons on the left as I click them. The whole game is to try to turn all the lights on. When you click one, it turns on or off all of its neighbors. So it is quite the tricky little game. For pattern recognition, you'd have to be pretty nuts to be able to win this game. But in any event, yeah, it works. Like I said, when you click one, any of its neighbors that are on turn off. Just of these five right here, and see they'll flip back and forth. So it's kind of like Rubik's cube, but different. Yeah. So anyways, where'd it go? Yeah, there. There's that one, and that was from a tutorial by the lovely Zach Parrish. This making a 3D puzzle. It's stinking awesome. I can recommend it highly. There's a few parts that get glossed over on accident here and there, little bits that you'll get hung up on, but it's all there and it's cool. So, anyways, how's it all go down? Well, there's the meshes like this guy, this little sphere, and each one of these little pits is where these little buttons go, and each one of these buttons is already in its position. And then if we go to the blueprints and we check out the buttons one, it has a section for toggling itself on and off, to turn its lights on and off. And this, right after turning its lights on and off, is to turn the heads-up display lights on and off. And then this one, it gets called to turn anything around it on and off. So example, this one, if I say for duration, nice and compile and play, you'll see when I click somewhere, well, I guess it's drawing it all the time. There it goes. Okay. So if I click here, see it draws a sphere. Any of the neighbors that are hit by that sphere are the ones that get turned on and off. So, anyways, I'll turn this back to none. And yeah, it just goes through them all, checks what's inside the ball, and turns them on and off. And then what's this? Draw button numbers. Oh yeah. So also, if I needed to debug things, I can hit D, and it tells me what numbers they are, and also I get some text telling me what button was requested. See, button 1 was requested, or see, like this one's button 12. Button 12 was requested, and then it gives a list of all of the buttons that are currently active. And then there's the main. Most of the meat of it is here. So there's the game mode, which begins the game, and let's see. Oh yeah, this is basically just saying check the state of each button. Most of the gameplay is actually here within the ball. Yeah. So it's if it gets touched. So this will also work with the touch screen like an iPad or a phone or something. So it's great for that. So if it's touched, then anyways, let's see. Start this gate, and if they did click, if they did click, and where'd it go? There was so much that we did. I spent like 10 hours today, far more than I should have on a Sunday. But if your velocity is, if you drag more than 1,000, or sorry, no, if you drag more than the drag threshold, which we set on the weight in to 0.2, so if you drag more than this little tiny amount, then get ready to rotate the sphere. And over here, let's see, yeah, this is where we get the line trace for dragging from point here to here to get the sphere rotating. This is all debug text down here. But down here it says this is the toggle buttons on and off. And does the line trace? Oh, it was such a long project I forget where everything is. But anyway, when you click, it says, you clicked, either short, turn the light on and off. If you click and drag, it says, hey, did you get past a certain point? If you did, start to, then instead influence the ball so that the ball, rotates like that when I click and drag. And if I click, like I said, get the neighbors. If not, and also update the HUD. So we created a nice little, where'd it go? Anyway, the HUD is these little guys, and each one of these has their own little thing running it. Also to turn it, light and dark here when it's active or not active. But yes, and the scene automatically will populate almost everything because of the project settings. Yeah, in there, the scene defaults set up to go. Oh, I should use this game mode. I should use this game state. I should automatically load the puzzle pawn, and that's where the player should play from. And it's all inside the game setting. So even though in the scene there's there almost is nothing. There's pretty much nothing. And also we did the materials based on emissive colors and a Fresnel color to kind of give them this nice color. So that way you don't even need lights in the scene. So it's a super duper, it looks kind of fancy. It's neat, but it's crazy, crazy lightweight. So yeah, that's basically the whole shabam for today. It took quite a long time. Oh, and I was supposed to cover morph targets also, but the morph targets was just a matter of creating a morph target system inside of Maya, and then just import it into Unreal, and Unreal automatically understands it. So yeah. So don't have to worry about that. But that's a couple more off today, creating morph targets, and then also the puzzle game. Hooray! So tomorrow, post-process visuals, or they'll probably put me back on overtime for the rest of the week. So hopefully it doesn't have to wait all the way till Friday, but it might. So anyways, hope everybody had a lovely weekend. Yeah, and I shall catch y'all next time. Peace.